Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land and hosted by me, Rolene Marks. And just an apology for yesterday, due to technical difficulties, we weren't able to bring you the Israel Brief. But no fear, here we are today, and we will be back on Thursday after Yom Kippur. So let's take a look at those top stories making headlines, and we begin with a meeting that has taken place between Israel and the European Union Israel Association for the first time in nearly a decade. Yesterday, our Prime Minister Yair Lapid represented Israel since a hiatus of the meetings since 2012. The meetings were suspended because at the time the EU Council took the decision to stop funding Israeli enterprise over the Green Line, and Israel in protest suspended these meetings. Nevertheless, when Prime Minister Lapid actually served as Foreign Minister, this was one of the top priorities on his agenda, and yesterday this meeting was held. In a statement to open up the meeting, Prime Minister Lapid spoke about Israel being a Jewish democratic state with Jerusalem as the eternal and undivided capital of the country. Now, he also gave thanks to the current president of the council, the Czech Republic, for helping to ensure that the meeting took place, and that the two bodies are committed to furthering economic cooperation in a whole variety of spheres, including in data protection. So we look forward to Israel's frontiers with the European Union opening up even further. The Palestinian Authority's Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh, in a cabinet meeting yesterday, expressed his concerns over what could be plans for the United Kingdom to move their embassy from where it is in Tel Aviv to Israel's capital, Jerusalem. Speaking in the meeting, Mohammed Shtayyeh, who serves as Prime Minister, said that this undermines a two-state solution and shows a tacit recognition of Israeli annexation of Jerusalem. Now, just to remind you that the Palestinians have not come to the negotiating table or presented any points for several years now. Last week, on the sidelines of the UNGA, UK Prime Minister Liz Truss spoke to Prime Minister Lapid and said that her government will consider a review of moving the embassy from where it is in Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. A British Foreign Office spokesperson says that they will not be commenting on any reviews until they actually happen. Over the weekend, we have seen a rise in violence over various places in the West Bank, or Judea and Samaria, whatever you choose to call it. I know sometimes we do get criticism for calling the area the West Bank. However, this is the accepted definition by the global media. But there has been a significant uptick in violence starting on Sunday morning when Palestinian terrorists opened fire at Israeli motorists, lightly injuring a taxi driver and shooting holes in the windshield of a bus. Later in the day, an Israeli motorist was injured when Palestinians threw rocks at his car. And then even later on the same day, Israeli civilians and soldiers had to take cover as Palestinian terrorists again opened fire, lightly wounding a soldier in the leg. There is harrowing footage of Israeli adults having to shield Israeli children behind cars with their bodies from the ongoing shooting. Now, this comes as the IDF cracked down on terrorism in the West Bank as part of Operation Breaking the Wave. Just last week, the IDF Chief of Staff, Aviv Kochavi, gave permission for drones to be used for targeted assassinations. Now, in a couple of hours, Israel will start approaching Yom Kippur. This is the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. As I speak, Shops are starting to close, businesses are starting to close, people are doing kaparot to atone for their sins. And from sunset tonight, Israel will come to a complete standstill. So how does Israel observe Yom Kippur? Well, it is a day that doesn't matter whether you are secular or observant. Most people, if they can, will fast. People will go to Kol Nidre, the evening services, and there will not be a car on the road except for medical professionals. The streets will be filled with children on skateboards, on bicycles, on roller skates, taking advantage of the fact that there is absolutely no traffic. It is a day of deep reflection, it is a day of atonement, and it is a day of incredible observation. And of course, tomorrow, as the fast goes out, everything will resume as normal, but it is really a day that Israel comes to a complete standstill. Now, from the team here at Lay of the Land in the Israel Brief, we want to wish you all a safe and meaningful fast. If you're fasting, Gmar Chatima Tova, may you all be inscribed for a healthy year, a prosperous year, a safe year, and above all, a peaceful year. Don't forget, if you are looking for content to read online, please check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. We have resumed service of publishing articles, and next week we will be bringing you our newsletter again. If you want to subscribe, please be in contact with us via Facebook or via our website. Our Facebook page is at Lottel Site. Please join our growing communities there by liking us or following us. Our YouTube channel is at The Israel Brief. We would love it if you hit that red subscribe button. And of course, we're on Twitter at Lay of the Land too. I'm Rolene Marks, Gmar Chatima Tova, fast well, and I will see you all on Thursday.